What's going on, guys? It's your boy Mag Dog TV coming back with another one with Colorado Buffaloes officially on spring break. We're going to recap and see who actually stood out in regards to the spring practice. I have 5 Colorado Buffalo players who turned heads so far in spring. We're going to talk about them in this video, so let's get to it.
Every other city I go, from Colorado to the Bayou I go. Y'all know the motto, get a info I know. My people know it's Mad Dog TV, let's go. To every other city I go. From Colorado to the Bayou I go. Y'all know the motto, get a info.
Nearly 2 weeks of spring football practices are in the books for the Colorado Buffs, and several players, new and returning, have made a strong impression so far. Primetime Deion Sanders and his staff have highlighted a few of those names while speaking with the media, signaling their confidence in the Buffs' revamped roster. Colorado fans will get an opportunity to watch the new-look Buffs during their annual spring game on April 19th, although the format is currently unclear as there is a potential match between the Colorado Buffs and Syracuse, which they both have filed paperwork with the NCAA to hold joint practices and scrimmages. With about one more month of spring camp still remaining, the Buffaloes have 5 Colorado players that definitely have stood out thus far, although I could have added many other players, but I'm only going to give you guys 5 players in my opinion that stood out. After I give you guys that 5, you guys can tell me if you agree or disagree, so let's get right to it. Number 1 is Isaiah Hardge. Although he didn't see much playing time last season outside of special teams, former two-way player Isaiah Hardge is headed toward a big 2025 season. According to Coach Prime, Hardge, who's now only focusing on receiver, could be an important piece to Colorado offense next season. Primetime Deion Sanders said, quote, "He is coming into his own and playing the slot receiver. We've taken him off defense so he can focus on the slot. He's going to do some incredible things this season. He's doing really, really well." That pretty much tells me that primetime Deion Sanders have high hopes for him. Next up we have is Buchanan, former Louisiana Tech place kicker. He should put an end to Colorado's lack of touchable kickoffs in regards to the kickoff. We should see more kickoffs in the end zone. Over the past 2 seasons at Louisiana Tech, he had 101 total touchbacks on 117 kickoffs. That should tell you guys exactly what he can potentially do. Coach Prime said, "I just watched this guy kick the other day. It's ridiculous. He was kicking field goals from kicking off. It was very, very crazy." So that gets me more and more excited to see him kick off in the 2025 season. But anyway, let's continue to train. Next up we have is Jordan Seaton. Amid his second spring with the Buffs, left tackle Jordan Seaton is growing as both a leader and a player. Don't be surprised if Seaton's name land on a few preseason All-American lists this summer. Primetime Deion Sanders had a lot of amazing things to say about the young promising left tackle. He's encouraging the guys, telling them what they did and what they need to do, Deion Sanders said. He also went on to say he's such a good young man, not just the talent, but the character. That's what we're looking for here at Colorado. Smart, tough, fast, disciplined young men with character. He resembles that. That's what Primetime had to say in regards to Jordan Seaton. Very, very excited to see him for the 2025 season. My 4th player that has stood out thus far at spring camp is 1000% RJ Johnson. With former Colorado safety Shiloh Sanders and Cameron Craig looking to reach the NFL, RJ Johnson appears to be ready to step into the big role next season. Defensive coordinator Robert Livingston called out Johnson as someone who's navigating spring practices with the right mindset. He said, quote, "I love the look in RJ's eyes. I think he is poised to have a really good spring. I'm very excited for him." That is a lot of amazing things to say about the young promising safety. I have also been paying attention to RJ Johnson. He looks very, very good in that number 5 as well, bringing that swagger to the defense. I have high hopes for him for the 2025 season. But anyway, let's keep the train going. Last but certainly not least is defensive end Arden Walker. It starts in the trenches, and I feel like he's definitely one of those guys that will be needed for the 2025 season. Colorado native and legacy Buff Arden Walker came on strong last season, recording career high marks in total tackles, 33 total tackles, 6.5 tackles for a loss, and 4.5 sacks. He's another player who's taken on a greater leadership role similar to Jordan Seaton. Livingston had a lot of great things to say about Arden Walker as well, saying, quote, "This place means a lot to him. He's a generational player here. So if he can step up and truly take that leadership role, that will be really, really cool for Arden Walker." I personally agree as well. If he can take that leadership role on the defensive side of the ball versus, Jordan Seaton doing the things on the offensive side of the ball in regards to that leadership role, the Colorado Buffaloes trenches could be that much better, especially with the new addition of Domata Peko on the defensive end. And then you also have some amazing big names on the offensive coaching staff as well, Marshall Faulk and the rest of those guys, man. So I just wanted to give you guys 5 Colorado players that have stood out thus far, in my personal opinion. You guys can get down in the comments and let me know if you agree, disagree, or give me your 5 players that stands out or stood out to you guys so far in spring practices. We definitely going to know more and more as we get closer to April 19th, where we can actually see this football team go against each other or potentially go against Syracuse, which I would prefer, because it's better to go against a different team. You get a good chance to get different looks, all that fun, exciting stuff, and then you can see who really actually stands out the most. Because when you're going against each other in a spring game, who's somebody you've been practicing with over and over and over again, it's actually easier for you to compete against somebody that you practice with every single day versus a new team, different looks, different styles, all of those things. So I definitely love what primetime Deion Sanders is trying to do with this spring. So we will see if the NCAA will approve their filed paperwork. Drop in the comments, let me know how you guys feel. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notification bell. That way, every time I upload a new video, you guys will see it. Until next time, peace.